Very good morning, dear students. So, as you know, we have already started chapter number 5, that is business equation. So, let's continue with this chapter. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss the effect of transaction over the different business items. Items, it means assets or the liabilities and all. Okay. So before the starting of this very important topic, let's revise some very important equation, and hopefully you are well aware about all these equations, like assets is equal to capital plus liabilities, and capital is equal to assets minus liabilities, and lastly liabilities is equal to assets minus capital. So basically we have these three equations, okay, in which first one, that is assets is equal to liabilities plus capital or capital plus liabilities, okay, that is very important equation, that is called basic equation of business transactions. So let's discuss over that transaction, okay, because in the business equation every time we have to verify that all the assets are equal to liabilities plus capital. Other than this, we have some more general equations, and all these equations will help us in this chapter later on. That is, total assets is equal to liabilities plus capital plus profit. Basically profit is the part of capital. If we are getting profit, then definitely our capital will increase, okay. And on the second side we have closing capital is equal to total assets minus liabilities, that we have already discussed as capital is equal to assets minus liabilities, that is of that thing. Then here the very important equation, that is profit is equal to closing capital minus opening capital, okay. It shows the calculation of profit, okay. So after all these things we have a few transactions, okay. So it will be much better if you can note down all these transactions, so it will be very easy for us to discuss over on these transactions. Just like here, on the basis of all these equation, we have to develop an accounting equation, as well as we have to prepare balance sheet. So in this chapter we will learn how to prepare accounting equation properly, as well as at the last how we can make balance sheet, okay. So let's start. Let's check our revision. So first we have business commenced with cash rupees 50,000. In this transaction we are going to start our business, so we have to find out the items which are going to increase or decrease, as well as we have to find out that item is the part of assets or the liabilities. So first was business commenced with cash rupees 50,000. Then we have next purchase goods rupees 30,000. Purchase goods rupees 30,000, it means it's a cash transaction, okay. Purchase goods credit rupees 10,000, that is credit transaction. Sold goods costing rupees 10,000, that we have sold at 12,000. So the cost of goods was 10,000, but we are selling it by 12. It means we are getting profit worth rupees 2,000. And just remember, every time when you will get any kind of profit or any sort of income, it will increase our capital, okay. And if there are some losses or expenses, so in that case our capital will decrease by the same figure. The next we have purchase furnitures on credit rupees 2,000. The next paid cash to our creditors rupees 12,000. Then finally we have paid salary rupees 1,000. So we have the list of 7 transactions, and on the basis of all these 7 transactions we are going to prepare our accounting equation. Let's check our accounting equation. So here you can check the first transaction is business commenced with cash rupees 50,000. So you have to think on the business point of view, okay. If we are thinking according to business point of view, so you can guess that in the business 50,000 rupees is coming. Okay, and when we start our business, that is called capital, and capital is the part of liability. So now we have started our business with cash, so that's why in the business, in the asset side, our cash will increase by 50,000, and similarly there will be a capital worth rupees 50,000. So now you can check the effect of first transaction. Business started with cash rupees 50,000, that is part of cash, and similarly we have capital worth rupees 50,000. So the total of assets is equal to total of capital, that is of liability. Okay, so after the first transaction, let's check second transaction. So in the second transaction, we have purchased goods. Goods, it means stock. We have purchased stock. So just imagine what will be the effect of this transaction. So once when you will purchase goods in the business, definitely if that is of cash transaction, so definitely this transaction is going to decrease our cash, but same transaction will increase the amount of stock. Okay, but there is no effect in the capital. So that's why in the second transaction, purchase goods, our cash has been decreased by 30,000, but our stock has been increased by 30,000. So in the previous transactions, we have only cash and capital. Okay, but here we can check. So once when we purchase, when new items comes in the business organization, new equation, that is cash plus stock is equal to capital. So new cash, just after the purchasing of goods, new cash will be 20,000 in the firm, and new stock, new goods will be 30,000 in the business. So we can check the total of asset side. The total of asset side is 50,000. 20 plus 30 is equal to 50,000, and which is equal to the total of liability side, which is already 50,000. So after first transaction and second transaction, we have to find out our new equation and we have to verify it. Okay, so the total of asset side is equal to the total of liability side. So let's check third equation, how we have to write it. So this we have to write just after the new equation in the same segment. First transaction done, second transaction done, then after we have calculated new equation, then after new equation we have to write third transaction, that is purchased goods on credit. So once when you will purchase goods in credit, this transaction will increase our goods, our stock, but once when you will purchase goods from someone in credit, definitely it will increase your creditors. So purchase goods on credit, this is going to increase our stock, increase our goods, but at the same time this is going to increase the amount of creditors. So now here we can check just after the recording of third transaction. Before this cash was 20, and after this again that is 20, because it's a cash credit transaction, so there is no effect of this transaction on the cash. So cash will remain same, and stock is going to increase by 10,000, so revised stock will be 40,000. Now in the liability side, we have creditors worth rupees 20,000, they have just appear in the books, and capital it was 50, there is no change in that. So the total of asset side, that is 20 plus 40 is equal to 60,000, and at the liability side we have creditors plus capital, they have also 60,000. So this new equation verified our these three transactions. So after these three, let's discuss a new one, transaction number 4. In this transaction you can check after the third one. Here we have sold goods costing 10,000 and that we are selling by 12,000. Okay, cost was 10,000 but we are selling it by 12,000. So this transaction will help us to increase our cash by 12,000. You can imagine in the business organization, if we are selling goods at the rate of 12,000 and its cost was 10,000, so definitely there is a profit of rupees 2,000. So what is the concept, what is the effect? Sir, in the business we are getting 12,000, so it will increase our cash, definitely it will increase our cash, but we are losing our stock by 10,000, so that's why our stock will decrease by 10,000. Two things are there. Then again here we are getting profit worth rupees 2000. So this 2000 will increase our capital, because I have already told you, once when you will get any kind of profit or any sort of income, it will help you to increase your capital. If there is any loss or the expenses, it will decrease your capital. So here in this question, in this transaction, we are having profit, so it will increase our capital. Clear? So revised cash after the fourth transaction will be 32,000. Stock, that is decreased by 10,000, so revised stock will be 30,000. Revised creditors, it will be 10,000, and revised capital will be 52,000. So here we can check the total of asset side, that is 32 plus 30 is equal to 62,000, and again in the liability side we have 10,000 as a creditors and 52,000 as a capital. So total, that is 62,000. So asset is equal to creditors plus liabilities. Creditors, it means liabilities plus capital, sorry. Okay, so just after the fourth transaction, let's check our fifth transaction. In the fifth transaction, we have purchased furniture on credit. Sir, purchase of furniture, we are not buying business commodity, it's not our goods. Okay, it's not our part of stock. We are buying furniture. Furniture comes under the fixed assets. So here one more item will appear by the name of furniture, worth rupees 12,000, worth rupees 2,000. So that furniture we are buying now in the credit, so it will increase our creditors too. Okay, so just imagine, in the business organization we are buying furniture in credit mode, so we are getting furniture, so that's why we have to increase furniture in the asset side, because furniture is part of asset, and we are buying that in credit mode, so definitely it will increase the amount of creditors. So after this fifth transaction, our revised assets and liabilities are cash, there is no effect on cash, so it will be 32,000. There is no effect on stock, so it will be 30,000. But we are getting furnitures worth rupees 2,000, so definitely furnitures will appear here but worth rupees 2,000. Creditors, it was 10, but just because of credit transaction it will increase by 2,000, so revised creditors will be 12,000, and capital it was 52, so it will be same. So the total of asset side, that is 32 plus 30 plus 2 is equal to 64,000, and same the total of liabilities and capital, that is also 64,000. So here in this after the fifth transaction, our new equation verified our main equation. Okay, that is asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. Let's check sixth transaction, that is cash paid to creditors. So कैश पेड टू क्रेडिटर्स, सो जस्ट इमेजिन कि सर क्या होगा इसका इफेक्ट, क्या होगा इसका इफेक्ट. सो कैश पेड टू क्रेडिटर्स, सो कैश इज गोइंग टू डिक्रीज इन द बिजनेस. Yes, cash is going to decrease in the business, but along with the decreasement in cash, our creditors will also decreases. जितना भी था हमने उसको पेमेंट तो कर दिया ना, अब तो कम हो जाएगा ना, डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. So revised cash, you can check here, it was 32,000, now 12,000 we have used, so it will be 20,000. So revised cash is 20,000. There is no change in stock, there is no change in furniture, so it will remain same. So revised cash 20, revised stock without any change 30, and furniture, that is 2. So sum of this side, that is 52,000. So now on the liability side, sir, creditors were 12,000 and we have paid off full them, so revised creditors will be 0, and there is no change in capital, that is 52,000. So here we can easily verify asset is equal to liability. So let's check our next transaction, that is transaction number 7. Here we can check what we can check. So salary paid, again salary paid, so it will decrease our cash 1,000 and it will decrease our capital 1,000, because earlier I have already told, when you will make any payment regarding expense, it will decrease our capital. Cash and capital both will decrease by 1,000. So here you can check, cash was 20,000, after the payment of 1 it will be 19,000. So you can note down somewhere else. Stock, it will remain 30,000. Furniture, it will remain 2,000. Creditors, that is 0. Capital, it was 51, but after the payment of 1,000 it will be 51,000. Okay, so here we can check the final new equation after all these transactions. Cash, revised cash 19,000, stock 30,000, furniture 2,000, and creditors 0, and capital 51,000. So last final equation is cash plus stock plus furniture is equal to creditors plus capital. But we have main equation, that is asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. So we have to put values accordingly. Assets, the sum of assets that is 51,000. 51,000 is equal to liabilities, that is 0, plus capital, that is 51,000. So here we can easily check all the assets are equal to the total of liabilities. So on the basis of this assets and liabilities, we use to prepare balance sheet. Basically in the balance sheet we have 4 columns. First column, that is of the left hand side, that is called liability side, okay, and right hand side, that is of asset side. So we have column liabilities amount, assets amount. So according to our last equation we have to put the values. Please remember these side, left side of liability side, right hand side is of asset side, okay. So according to the new equation, cash, that is 19,000, that we have to write. As you can check, in the at the asset side, cash we have written 19,000, stock we have written 30,000, furniture we have written 2,000, and the sum of asset side, that is 51,000. But here in the liability side, creditors, we can avoid to write creditors, okay. In the place of creditors and 0, we can use to leave it, because already the value of creditors are 0, okay, and capital 51,000. So the sum of debits, sum of liability side, that is 51,000, sum of asset side, that is already 51,000. Okay, if our business equations are correct, then easily our balance sheet will be correct. If the sum of liability side and asset side, if they are not matching, if they are not equal, so definitely हम कहीं ना कुछ mistake किए हैं, and that mistake we have to find out. Okay, so here in this question we have already discussed how to make any business equation, how to write off any transaction, and how we have to prepare our balance sheet on the basis of all the business accounting equations or the transactions. So related that, if you have any kind of query, that we can discuss and you can ask. Okay.